Let's go. Let's go.
So, since we're on the topic of DPs and all that, have you ever been in a position where you had to get DP'd or you had to help participate in DPing someone?
Yeah, well, I've DP'd a lot of people. I mean, it comes with the territory, especially being incarcerated. People are always messing up.
Yeah.
But I think a DP is pretty much just what it is. It's as long as you're not getting stabbed, because that's like the worst thing that can happen to you in prison, or just being a piece of trash. But
Yeah.
so I've DP'd a lot of people. It's usually a 3-on-1. So there's been situations to where fools a DP somebody and they get the bad end of the stick. But it's like and that's just a capitalize on something that C-Max said. You ain't made to win a DP, and that's how it is. But that's the difference between the black gangs and then like Mexican gangs, like except like you're on the street because your homies are black. If you beating fools up, they what I mean, it's a lot of times like, oh, this fool got hands, so they throw a couple of some people's hoods do 6-packs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a 6-on-1, so it's impossible odds, you know what I mean, unless you just that.
Crip Mac, they threw 10 on him. He said he knocked one out.
Yeah, because he was laying. That's a big dude.
That's probably why. You said they
nigga,
had
bro.
3. They threw 10. They're like too much.
Yeah,
bro, he's a big nigga, bro. He's probably like about a good inch or so taller than you, and he just has that.
Yeah, I think he said he's like 6'2", 275.
That boy got that Samoan in it.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
Belizean.
And
he's
the Belizean.
training.
Yeah.
He's training.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
half Samoan, half Belizean, but he black. He say, which is fun. It's crazy because not to sidestep, but there's a lot of people that don't believe Belizeans are black, which there was actually Belizeans there that before black influence, like before the blacks actually hit that part of Central America.
Yeah.
There was other people there, you know what I mean? So a lot of people don't really know that. And then once the ones they start mixing, but for the most part, there's two different, I mean, they're all going to say Belizean, but there's,
No, most definitely.
But, yeah, go ahead.
Matter of fact, I've been dying to ask you this. This is kind of like an old thing.
Exclusive.
But I just want to
You heard it right here first.
Yeah, I just want to get your opinion on it since, you're from you're on your double S shit, and you have people like Peso who does not come from the South Side culture really from my understanding one bit. Like to me that's some California shit.
Yeah.
Like, So for him to say what he said, I've always wondered like how like someone like you that's like that there's no question marks over your head about this shit. Like you that dude, you know what I mean? For someone like him who's a rapper who doesn't follow behind certain guidelines that people from California would, how do you feel about something like that?
Now, I'm just gonna sum it up with a few words or whatever. Like Peso, I like his music. You know what I mean? I think he got a swag to him, and that's what immediately made me, like his style. But when he says like the hardest essay, that's out here. People try to lump it into one thing as far as like, oh well, essay is because he's Hispanic. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Essay it's an S.
Yeah.
Which is that South, that Sur, that's something that we live out here. Even myself, not being Mexican, that's Cali, that's us.
Nice.
Why not say, oh, I'm an N? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which what are you gonna do with that? People gonna be like, you're not that, because that's for the Northerners claim N. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's not an essay. Like, and that's why when him and that other fool be like, oh, I'm the hardest essay. No, you're not.
The other dude in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And this the dude
all.
under Sauce Walker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he don't even speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Does it?
That's and that's
He
why
said
that
he don't know a lick of Spanish.
Yeah.
that other fool was clowning him over that.
The dude from up north?
Yeah.
YG's dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be the hardest essay and not speak Spanish.
You can't be the hardest essay and you ain't a Southerner.
Yeah, that's just like, I've realized California, we have a lot of culture to California.
Yeah.
The strong culture. Like Florida has strong culture
Yeah.
in New York. And a lot of times motherfuckers is just biting shit, but they're not understanding like you can't you can say this down there, do whatever, right? But you can't come to California with that same energy saying that, because God forbid you go somewhere, you got a show or something, you're saying this, you're gonna rub some people the
People
wrong
take offense to that.
way, bro.
Remember the dude from Chicago?
Yeah, I was just about
Dude
to
from
say that.
Chicago. I don't even know what the video was. It's just on
Chi-town.
Instagram, and he was like, "Chicago runs LA." Not even 2 seconds later, he's on the ground, just like.
Yeah, hey, I don't know if it was like a Mexican dude or a little white dude because he wasn't that tall, but he was just running his mouth and he's like, yeah, Chicago this, Chicago that, and then he's like, yeah, you know, Chicago runs LA. Bah! That it took not even a second
No
for
one
somebody
helped
to
him
crack him. Bah!
See?
And people were just looking, but
Yeah.
they were like, and dude just walked off all fly like, yeah, that's you know,
It ain't sweet out here.
yeah, that's
It's
I think
not,
that's what he
man.
said too.
Transition.
Yeah, it's
Kodak.
Oh,
It's not
Kodak.
Ooh.
let's get into it.
Because he
Let's
was
get into
just
it.
in LA.
And I heard he got popped in the leg.
He
or
got
something.
popped in the leg. And before
like
he
Kodak.
got shot,
I fuck
I
with
know, yak.
I fuck with
Before he got popped, you could see him smiling. Him in a crowd of people. I don't know who he was smiling at, but you know they were after him. And I'm hearing he got popped for that that whole thing with Nipsey about Lauren London.
They're not gonna let that shit go, bro.
Get Back Gang like 3 years later.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
did you see when they showed the camera, the dude with the hoodie,
Uh-huh.
you couldn't see his face, he was right in front of him, and they were like, oh, it was a setup. I'm like, no, he came to LA, and people don't forget. Like that what people don't understand about Los Angeles, it ain't even about, people take shit real personal. When you speak on the city, if you say something bad about LA, you got the whole world against you. And not to sidetrack, but that's like with the whole Biggie and Tupac. A lot of people, it became like, dude, I'm bumping Redman, and fools are like, what? Why you bumping that East Coast stuff? Right? Like really and hot. Like they were feeling pressed. I'm thinking, oh, this fool, we about to get in a shootout because these fools are on the court. Like, you know, really like the fuck up, like food is so important, you know what I mean? But like fools are pressed, so, and that's the thing about LA. Like when you say something bad about the city, fools will be on you. That make you eat that shit. Like
Facts.
hence the fact that dude that got socked out by a dude that didn't even look like he looked like he was like hip
It
hop.
didn't even look like he was talking.
Yeah,
It
he
looked
just-
like he was just saying it in the air. Like he just ran and just
Yeah, the other fool next to him was just talking and boop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, oh, this fool, he
one
was out.
hitter quitter too.
Out.
Just,
The
Bro.
boy sleepy
but I give it to
time.
Kodak because Kodak was throwing them. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. Because you don't, when you think of Kodak, you're like, he's grimy, but you don't know.
You know the
Yeah.
Florida cats
But
ain't
he
no
was
joke.
out there slinging them, and
facts.
then you just see the leg just whoop.
And he Haitian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Haitian, yeah.
a little voodoo
Hey,
spell on him.
hey,
They go
hey,
crazy
them
out there.
them Haitians
Hit 'em
don't
with
the Zoes.
They do not.
No
play.
joke. Hey, not to cut off, but that's why I'm like in Florida. Like they got like a spot, little Hades.
Uh-huh.
I'm really trying to go there. Like, I mean, of course you got to know people,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like that. I like the spot. They got Haitians got a vibe about them.
Facts.
You know what I
facts.
mean?
And their food is amazing.
Man,
I
you know
wanna
what I
try.
mean?
Amazing.
Hey, I remember my uncle was like, yeah, but if you get with a Haitian woman, you gotta be watching because they do some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I've
know.
never met a Haitian woman.
Whew.
I got a few Haitian homies though. They with the shit. Matter of fact, one of my partners. So my thing is when I do videos, I don't want your props pointed at me. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people that. So I'm doing a video for one of my dogs.
You hate my videos.
Man, this
They're props.
man, I'm doing a video for one of my dogs. This motherfucker pull out a damn elephant gun, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro?
military issue.
Bro, yeah, because the other dude had a little handheld little situation, and my dog, he pulled out something that you gotta,
Up that bitch.
yeah.
Welcome to Chicago.
But my dog is Haitian though, so you know, shout out to my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that's how they are. But yeah, like with Kodak Black, I remember a long time ago I had made a video on him, and it was like the whole thing with the Lauryn Hill thing, and I felt like it was disrespect towards Nipsey.
For sure.
But I had to learn that don't have nothing to do with me. Like at the end of the day, it's like Nipsey Hussle, respectfully, rest in peace. Like do this from '60s. I'm a double S'er, so it's like as far as like feeling the disrespect like towards him, yeah. But as far as like gonna go out and I had to learn that you can't do that
No,
because
for sure.
that ain't our problem. Like
Yeah.
straight out.
Yeah.
So, but I had said it, and I reiterate that fact that when you do something to somebody in Los Angeles, especially somebody on that level,
Yeah.
there's consequence to your action. But it's the
sure.
same. We could go to Florida.
Facts.
Remember, there was a dude from Florida like, yeah, ZAUD, you speaking bad on it. Come to Florida. I got family in Florida, so and they're out there. You know what I mean? Like it ain't just like they just in the house. Nah, they out. They grind just as grimy as me. So it's like not to say that they're better than that, or we got some type of protection, but it's like, look, I know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's the
Revenge
same.
has no expiration
It
date.
doesn't. Now, you be just as weak as me if I go out and want to smoke a fool over an artist that had nothing to do with me. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? That'd be like Tupac died. I'm gonna go look for who killed Tupac.
Yeah.
That ain't my business.
Yeah, that's not. And that's what a lot of people, you gotta, I guess it's like a thin line, because in the YouTube space, everyone wants to hear people's opinions on certain shit, but just keep it opinionated. Don't try to make it like a siding type of thing. But what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right. And for him to comment about this RIP Nip on this man's wife after he just passed away, that's just out of pocket. The way that Charleston White will say, because in the beginning when I first heard about dude, I'm like, damn, he has a strong opinion. He got some points. But the minute, bro, he started talking down on like other races, bro, that's where I'm like, yeah, he weak as hell, bro. He weak.
He got a lot of good points, and then he got a lot of like,
Like, bro, what are you talking? Like, why? Did you really just say that? Like, he's really, like I was saying earlier, bro. He's a person that's not good for like the up and coming people, the youth, because people are gonna think that I could just make videos just bad mouthing these people this way, that way, because they get that from him, they get that from Tekashi and shit, and it's like that's not how you do shit, especially in California. I don't want no California artists doing that shit because we already know how California culture is, LA down to San Diego, whatever. But I just think that's fucked up that dude is that damn old, acting like a damn kid on the internet. Like, you older.
Another big culprit though, big whack.
Yeah,
but let's dig into Charleston White though.
Go ahead.
And then we gonna go to Whack, because Whack is in the whatever. But the thing about Charleston White is he knows exactly what he's doing. He appeals to a lot of people may not think so, but he actually resonates what a lot of people are thinking. Gangs are garbage. I'm a gang member myself, no longer gang banging, like a gang bang out of the street looking to blow down ops. You disrespect me or something. But and for the most part, I'm too old to be on the street trying to do any of that. But with him, he's giving voice to a lot of what people want to say. People are so tired of gangs. They're tired of like people doing drive-by. They're trying to their uncles and then got killed and since it's gang violence, and he's trying to point it out. The only thing is it's no longer coming off. Well, I won't even say no longer, but it's not always coming off in the right way, because it seems more like trolling. Like there's a situation that he shouldn't even have to speak on or shouldn't speak on, but he chooses to do it because he knows he's a controversial individual. Yeah. And people are going to tune in. Right now, if we were weak enough to allow Charleston White on this podcast, I don't hate him as a person. I hate his character, and not even hate. I just dislike his get down as far as certain things he says and the way he goes about expressing himself. I think at that age, even with myself, but that it is wild. But like him, the way he talks about things, just like, come on, you know what I mean? The whole, he did the phone call and was like, call the cops, and it's like, yeah, this dude threatened me from prison. His name is blah 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 blah. He has a phone.
Weak as hell.
He went, and in the simple fact that he was actually banging Crip at one time when he was younger. You know what I mean? It a lot of stuff he comes off positive. Like one minute he's saying something about the white man should do this and the white man should do that. Then the next he's like, he want to disrespect the white man and
he
like
contradicts
white boy.
That's what it is.
And he's like, and then he's like, yeah, he's somehow pro black in some of his thing, but then it's like, hang that fool. Like I would hang all them. Like
yeah.
It's weird, bro. He's weird, and I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's been on Vlad, the Melvin Farmer. He's I know dude and shit, and he was with Charleston White when Charleston White came out here for Nipsey's homegoing. You know what I'm saying? So, dude was telling me like when Charleston White was out here with him, like he was just so infatuated. He just wanted to be a part of the culture, this, that, and the third. But on one hand, you had these LA dudes like sizing him up, and pretty much they were gonna strip him and shit. But Melvin, he pretty much like vouched for him and made his trip out here to LA in the trenches good.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, he just
flipped on LA heavy.
Yeah, I don't understand
Heavy.
it, bro. Like I don't understand. I can't understand it because I don't have those bones in my body, so I will never.
Yeah,
be able
it's
to
real
understand
snake behavior. That's the real thing.
it. Real slimy, bro. Real slimy,
And
scummy.
and what's crazy is because like his angst towards the Crips and Bloods, I really don't understand it. Like it's just one of those things that's just, I don't know. Maybe the fact that he is actually tired of seeing blacks kill each other, but you ain't doing nothing but painting a target on your head, or getting people that actually side with you to go against people that don't side with you, which in turn causes drama in the end, because it's like if they do, you know what I mean, catch Charleston White and do something to him. Anybody that's with him that has something to do with him is most likely going to get the same treatment. A lot of people I know not that long ago had got shot and they didn't have nothing to do with gangs or
Guilty by
nothing.
association.
That's all it is.
Guilty by association.
They had the homies walking down the street, and just due to the fact of their nationality, they didn't even gangbang. They end up getting jumped by some dudes. I ain't gonna say race, but they end up getting jumped, and it's like they didn't even see it coming. But it was like one of those things like, oh, you fools are this, and it's like, and that's why I think like when he talks on certain things, he only perpetuates the violence, because you can't solve nothing with that by point things out. You know what I mean? It's wrong to do this, wrong to do that, but you're actively going at fools. Like even with like Mexicans, like, oh yeah, he thinks he's doing a service to them by saying it a certain way. Like, oh, I ain't talking about these the Mexicans over there. Like he tries to speak on us like, oh, we're like, which is cool, double S. I ain't Mexican, but it's double S. But then he'll talk about the one in Texas like they ain't real Mexicans, because you know what I mean, like he don't
picks and chooses in his
you know why? Because he needs somebody to have his back at the same time that he's going at somebody else. Like, okay, well, I'm talking about Mexicans, but I don't want you guys to think that, but if you mention the B word when you're describing Hispanics, you know what I mean, or Chicanos or whatever, but then you're trying to sauce these dudes up, it's like you just disrespected us over there. So regardless of whether you were talking about us or not, you still disrespect our people.
Facts.
And I think that's where he messes up. He puts a target on his back. And I don't know him enough to, you know what I mean, but I always thought he was an informant anyway, just by what he says. I think
he seems like he's just working for someone.
He wants you to.
No, for sure, bro. His energy and everything, bro, is just so off. Like, bro, it's like you want someone to do something so you could tell on them. Like you're the dude that's throwing the rocks at someone's window at 3 in the middle of the night, just throwing rocks at them. Just can you stop throwing the damn rocks? And you just keep throwing them. By the time this person come down here and dump you on your motherfucking neck, you gonna have the police and everything. And it's like, bro, you like that's the vibe I get from him. Like he wants to put people away. And as far as what he says like about the gangs and shit, people dying is never a good thing. But the problem is with the culture, it's just ingrained in the culture. Shit runs deep. So it's like you gotta adapt around them and adapt with them and just get out the way and not, try to be the peacekeeper. Just hey, you mind your business and.
He has too many opinions on too much stuff that he's not even close to part of.
Player.
Come on, I come with points.
Hey, but here's the thing though.
Proper.
It's the channels that put him on that know it's about views, and that's basically what people are going. You see Cam Capone. It's another one. I'm talk about him shortly, and then we got some people to talk about.
Yes, sir.
No, we don't pull no punches on here. It's cutthroat. You know what I mean?
All not punches.
Don't even have to say it, but it's right there on the tip of my tongue. But with Cam Capone news, like I said in a prior thing, dude's out the IE Rialto or something. I went to his house and did the interview, and he's a cool dude. I don't really like all his questions, you know what I mean, because I felt like as if he's a Southerner, I'm a Southerner, that there's just certain things you might want to avoid. But I figure I understand on a journalistic page, you're going to try to get the information you can, but when you're a Southerner, there's certain things that you just can't touch on.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's why it's good, like in this situation, my co-host, being Ball Savvy, you go follow the channel. Hefe, go follow the channel. You already run them views up.
Run it up.
But there's things that he can talk about that I can't, so it fits perfect. There's things that like even like when we bring you on, there's things about like black gangs and certain parts of the black culture that I can't really touch on because I don't, even though I'm black, I you know what I
grew
mean?
up on another.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? You can give us the IE perspective and everything, which a lot of people don't understand. IE is really with the business.
Oh,
like,
man.
it's really with the business for the people that don't understand.
They were deep.
I'm telling you.
Facts.
Hey, but like even with that, the Can Capone news, I cut off him, but like when he interviewed Charleston White, somebody had put in his comment like, hold on, you can't be no Southsider interviewing a rat. But I see like with the whole whack thing, it's making a lot of fools more comfortable. But and I want to mirror that you cannot be a Southerner and interview rats. So to me, Cam Capone is a civilian or he just then lost his way. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much all I'll say about him because, like I said, I don't know him well enough.
I feel like he's going too much towards the Vlad.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Like you gotta stick to how you were originally. But it's like once those views start coming and you know stuff's gonna catch, it's like people start flip-flopping on the morals.
And IE don't forget. You remember when the Mexican dude here, I guess he was fighting the one Crip. He's famous right now. Lee. Doggy Style Lee or
Doggy Style? From the Dino?
yeah.
Okay.
I seen him fight. He was getting and I don't know. It looked like him, but I don't want to put it out there. But dude had got aired. He got aired. Dude was airing him out. But
really,
bing bing.
And you know, yeah. To me, I like his music. It reminds me of Snoop back in the days.
Facts.
Excuse me, but he don't like to say it. But you know, so even you got Gutter Mac.
Oh man,
Gutter Mac so hard, like
Gutter Mac go crazy.
Hey, Big B's, you know what I'm saying? Gutter Mac is nuts. Like
Gutter Mac goes crazy, bro.
I ain't never heard of him, but I gotta listen now.
I may have changed the subject, but this is for the people that watch this podcast, man. If you don't know about Gutter Mac, you gotta go check this dude out. Even his videos, his shooting. I said,
where's he from?
Energy.
He's from Moreno Valley or something.
Yeah.
It's getting active out there too.
Hey, every time I seen this mother, he had got shot.
Bro,
but
he go crazy. His energy, bro. I seen
really
him
Big B's. I wish I had the bread for it because I'll pick him for a feature because he really about
get him on the podcast.
Yeah, he really about them Big B's. Go check out Gutter Mac. You know what I mean? If you don't know about that ice, go check him out because he really with that flame. Yeah. Him and his boys on there. Hype.
Teasy.
Yeah.
Teasy.
That other one that's Blue something or
Blue Rags. Yeah, that's the homie.
You gotta be hyped though. I can't stand when people are in the videos just dead.
Raspy voice.
Yeah.
That I haven't really been seeing his posts. I remember he used to do that every Gutter Mac Tuesdays or Mondays.
Gutter Mac Mondays or some shit.
Ooh, I used to be on it. He's hard. I don't know why he hasn't blown yet, but yeah, Big B, that's blood right there.
Yeah,
like,
he go crazy, bro.
Get him on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But you see what I'm saying? This is like we bringing light to the IE because, you know, it ain't just Los Angeles.
It's not, bro. And people need to understand that when you think of California, there's multiple parts, but we're focused on the southern part today.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bay Area. But, you know, when people think of Southern Cali, y'all think of L.A. You might think of San Diego.
Yeah, exactly.
You might think of Orange County. You ain't thinking of the IE. But we got a lot of artists that are coming up and going crazy out there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of us.
March 3rd, we going up.
Yeah, March 3rd, we's going to do that.
We going up.
Up, and
FMO
away.
in the house.
Yeah, big FMO shit.
Hey, see, that's what I like, too.
Yeah, that's a concert, huh?
Yeah, well, it's pretty much like that. Oh, we got some stuff coming up.
Double R.
Yeah, we ain't gonna speak on it right now because we don't want nobody to steal our idea. But we got some shit coming up.
Yeah, all that.
We've talked on something is slightly like that, but different. But
from what you was telling me before,
yeah,
you want me to,
it's different than that, but it's yeah. We'll speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because also my boy Dag Savage, go ahead and check him out, San Diego. Dag Savage, another one to get on the show because he's a conscious rapper, but hard as hell. Like,
nice.
And I ended up knowing him in Juvenile Hall. Like, he's one of the fools that actually vouched for me on YouTube when people thought I was just trolling.
No shit.
That fool was like, hold on, Wicked, blah blah. You AB, like and AB was like back in the day. It was like the early '90s, 92, 90, whatever, around that time. So he vouched. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was one of those. But yeah, I got to get him on here too. But yeah. Gutter Mac, be looking out for Gutter Mac. You know what I mean?
He go crazy, bro.
His whole squad go nuts.
Gutter Mac, TZ, Blue Rags, Complex, Explicit, Trey Fly, Young Gritty.
Oh, they got a whole crew.
Big Hefe, Don Hefe.
You know what I'm saying?
Going up in the IE.
Hefe.
Hefe, all that. Player, 16 to life. Shout out to the OG too.
Yeah.
All that. Let's do this.